Morning everyone. Hope you all are fit and fine. Dear students, today we will discuss next half of chapter number 8, reported speech. And beta, I hope that all of you have completed worksheet 1 to 7. Now students, let's begin with the next half of this chapter. Students, before we start worksheet number 8, let's revise some rules. He said to me, Rahul writes a letter. Here students, it's direct speech, direct narration we can say. Now students, we have to convert this into indirect one. Now students, what are the changes? Let's see the changes first of all. He said to me, said to is changed into told. Said to को बेटा हमने किस में change कर दिया है? Told में, because it's simple sentence, simple statement is given to us. The students, inverted commas उनको हमने remove कर दिए. We have removed inverted commas. And students, we have used here conjunction that, or we can say sentence linker that, T-H-A-T, that. Okay. The students, Rahul, it's third person pronoun. Third person pronouns जो होते बेटा, that will never change. Okay. He, she, it, they, their, them, any name, ये सभी क्या है बेटा, थर्ड पर्सन. तो इसको हमें चेंज नहीं करना है, ये सेम का सेम रहेगा. सो स्टूडेंट्स, वी हैव रिटन हियर राहुल. देन राइट्स इज प्रेजेंट टेंस, इट विल बी चेंज इनटू पास्ट टेंस. तो राइट्स को हमने बेटा किस में चेंज कर दिया, रोट अ लेटर. ही सेड टू मी, राहुल राइट्स अ लेटर. ही टोल्ड मी दैट Rahul wrote a letter. Now students, remember one thing also, जो inverted commas के अंदर part है students, okay, the part within inverted commas, that is called reported speech. इसको हम reported speech बोलेंगे. reported speech को बेटा हमें inverted commas में रखना है. ओके, ही सेड टू मी, उसके बाद बेटा हमें कॉमा यूज़ करना है. ओके, लाइक दिस वी हैव टू पंचुएट इन लास्ट. स्टूडेंट्स, इफ़ इट्स सिंपल सेंटेंस, अगर ये सिंपल सेंटेंस है स्टूडेंट्स, देन इट्स फुल स्टॉप. अगर बेटा इंटेरोगेटिव है, देन वी पुट अ मार्क ऑफ इंटेरोगेशन हियर. देन स्टूडेंट्स, लेट्स सी नेक्स्ट वन. ही सेड ही इज़ अ वेरी गुड सिंगर. ही सेड, inverted commas are removed and we have used here word that. He said that he, again third person, is changed into was. He was a very good singer. Now students, let's see interrogative sentences and find out the difference between it. He said to her, have you displeased your brother? Said to is changed into asked. बेटा रिपोर्टिंग वर्ब में said to है. अगर जो है आपका इंटेरोगेटिव सेंटेंस स्टूडेंट्स, इफ इट्स इंट्रोगेटिव, देन स्टूडेंट said to is changed into asked. और बेटा अगर ये सिंपल सेंटेंस था तो हमने बेटा said को किस में चेंज किया था, he said remain same, he said, and he said to को हमने किस में चेंज किया था, told. Now students, he said to her, he asked her. Said to is changed into asked. Remove inverted commas. बेटा have, is, am, are, was, were, has, have, ये सभी क्या है बेटा, हेल्पिंग वर्ब्स. अगर बेटा रिपोर्टेड स्पीच आपकी हेल्पिंग वर्ब से स्टार्ट हो रही है तो बेटा आप इन्वर्टेड कोमास को रिमूव करेंगे. यू हैव टू रिमूव दिस इन्वर्टेड कोमास. स्टूडेंट्स, राइट ऑन हियर if or whether. Okay, you can write on if or whether as per your choice. If, have you, now it's interrogative sentence, इसे हमें बेटा simple statement convert करना है, assertive sentence में convert करना है. ओके, तो हम क्या करेंगे, you have. ओके, like you is second person. you को हम किससे चेंज करेंगे स्टूडेंट्स, object. object is given to us here, her. So students, we will write on here she. If she, have is changed into had. If she had displeased her brother, your is again changed into her. Okay, remember these changes. Said to is changed into asked. Remove inverted commas and use your if or whether if it's interrogative sentence. Then you, second person pronoun is changed according to the object, has and have. It will be changed into had. Like this, students, you can complete it. Now, students, let's see next one. She said to me, comma, inverted comma start, do you play? Then last question mark is given to us. She asked me. Said to is changed into asked. Remove inverted commas and write on here. If you is second person, change according to the object of reporting verb. That is, I played. Play is for first form. इसको आप किस में चेंज कर देंगे? In second form. She asked me if I played. In last, full stop should be there. Okay. Then students, next one. She said to us, whose book is this? Now students, how can we change? She asked us. Now whose? Beta, if it's WH family word like whose, what, where, when, how, then students हम कोई भी conjunction use नहीं करेंगे. Okay, don't use any conjunction. Then आपको same का same word वापस use करना, like whose. Whose book this is changed into that. Okay, and is it changed into was. You have to make it as an assertive sentence. She asked us whose book that was. Like this, students, we can change these sentences. Now beta, let's move on to the worksheet number 8. Imagine your brother Rohan and his friend had gone to a shopping complex when Pratik got kidnapped. Later, the police interviewed Rohan, and based on the clues he had given them, they were able to nab the kidnappers and save Pratik. First, read Rohan's conversation with the police, then complete the letter given on page number 101. So students, first of all, let's read this conversation, and after this, students, you have to complete this letter. Now students, how can we read and how can we change? Police inspector. It's a conversation between Rohan and police inspector. First one, students. Where were you when Pratik was kidnapped? Rohan, I'm very fond of ice cream, so I had gone to get some more of it for both of us. Police inspector, did you see the kidnappers? Rohan, I saw two persons. I think there were only two of them. What did they look like? One of them was tall, about 6 feet, and the other was of average height. The shorter one was wearing a hat and was in a black shirt. The taller one was in blue. Did you notice the vehicle they took Pratik in? It was a white Maruti car. I also remember the number. It was CHOIK 3911. Thank you, Rohan. You have been a great help. Now, students, it's a conversation between these two, police inspector and Rohan. Now, students, on the next page, one letter is given to you. You have to complete this letter with the help of this conversation. Now, write a letter to your parents about the interview Rohan had with the police. The beginning of the letter has been written for you. Room number 12, Nehru Hostel, ABC School, January 2020. Dear Mom and Dad. Guess what? Pratik has been saved and the kidnappers have been nabbed. All because of Rohan's courage and alertness. Just yesterday, the police interviewed Rohan. The first thing the police inspector asked him was where he had been when Pratik was kidnapped. Let's read it again and try to convert it. Rohan, I am very fond of ice cream. So students, how can we rewrite? Rohan replied that he was very fond of ice cream. I is changing to he, am is changing to was. Okay, Rohan replied, or we can say Rohan said that he was very fond of ice cream. So I had gone. I is changing to he. So he had gone to get some more of it for both of them. Us is changing to them here. Then in next line, students, police inspector Did you see the kidnappers? Then students, how can we frame it? Police inspector inquired if he had seen the kidnappers. If he had seen the kidnappers. Then students, in next line, Rohan, I saw two persons. Rohan said, or we can say Rohan replied that he had seen two persons. He had seen two persons. Like the students, read this conversation again and then students try to complete worksheet number 8. Okay students? Let's move on to the worksheet number 9. Read the following sentences and note the use of commas, inverted commas and capital letters. Here students, you have to punctuate some sentences. So students, look at carefully. Nancy said, then comma, put a comma, Nancy said. Then take the book with you. Take the book with you. It's reported speech. जो reported speech है आपकी बेटा, you have to put that in inverted commas. Okay, उसको आप क्या करोगे? Within inverted commas. Take the book with you. In last students, because it's simple sentence, तो आपको क्या use करना है? Full stop. Okay. Nancy said, reporting verb है आपकी, over हो गई. Then put a comma. Then reported speech start हो गई. Then students, आपको उसको क्या करना है? Inverted commas में रखना है. Then students, first letter of reported speech should be capital, like take the book with you. T is capital here. Like students, you have to find out where to put comma or inverted commas and capital letters. Then students, in next sentence, this is my favorite skirt, said Sheila. This is my favorite skirt. It should be in inverted commas. Then students, in next line, Robin shouted, comma, where did you hide the dog? W should be capital. Where did you hide the dog? In last interrogation sign. Okay, sign of interrogation should be there. Then clause or inverted commas. Okay, where did you hide the dog? Next one students, will you get some sugar? Said mother. Or should I get it myself? Because remember that reported speech should be within inverted commas. Okay, reported speech should be within inverted commas. Now students, punctuate the following sentences and write them in the space provided. Here students, first one, for example, how do I solve this problem? Nikhil said to his teacher. How do I solve this problem? It should be in inverted commas. H should be capital. H capital होना चाहिए. How do I solve this problem? Then put a question mark and then clause inverted commas, then comma. Nikhil said to his teacher. Then in next sentence students, the tourist exclaimed, what a beautiful monument. The tourist, first T should be capital. Okay, the tourist exclaimed, comma, then start inverted commas. W should be capital. What a beautiful monument. Then in last students, put a sign of exclamation. बेटा ये interrogative sentence नहीं है, it's a exclamatory sentence. So put a mark of exclamation there and then clause inverted commas. Then in next line students, I am very worried about my father's health. Said Karina, I am very worried about my father's health. It should be inverted commas. Okay, like this students, you have to punctuate these sentences and write them in the space provided to you. Now students, I hope that all of you have understood well. Now beta, complete worksheet 8 and 9. Now students, let's move on to the do it yourself part. Read the following conversation between Ruhi and Meena. Then complete the paragraph that follows by filling in the blank spaces. So students, let's read it first of all, then try to complete. Ruhi, there is an exciting magic show in the town. Meena, where is it being held? Now students, Ruhi, at Plaza. Would you like to go for it? Meena, is anyone going to see it? Malini and I. are going tomorrow. Can I join you, Ruhi? You must join us. We will have fun. Meena, who will get the tickets? Ruhi, I'll ask my brother to arrange them. Now, students, is a conversation given to us. Now, students, how can we change? For example, students, in the very first line, Ruhi told Meena that there was, is changed into was. There was an exciting magic show in the town. Then Meena, where is it being held? How can we change? Meena asked her where it was being held. Then Ruhi told her that it was at the plaza and inquired if she would like to go for it. Like this, students, you have to change this. Okay, students, and students, in the space provided to you, you have to complete it. I'm going to repeat. Listen it carefully. Ruhi told Meena that there was an exciting magic show in the town. Meena asked her where it was being held. Ruhi told her it was at the plaza and inquired if she would like to go for it. Meena asked Ruhi if anyone was going to see it. Ruhi told her that Malini and she were going to see it the next day. Tomorrow is changed into next day. Meena asked if she could join her, or we can say if she could join them. Ruhi was delighted to hear this. She insisted that she must join them. She was sure that they would have fun. Meena asked her who would get the tickets. Ruhi said that she would ask her brother to arrange them. Like this, students, you can complete this worksheet. Now let's, students, move on to the next worksheet. Read the conversation given below and complete it in any suitable way. First, students, you have to read it very carefully, read this conversation and try to complete it in any suitable way as you wish. Now, students, first one we can write down like this. Why don't you clean your room? Son, I'm very busy. I don't have time. I feel comfortable this way. Mother, but how can you find anything in this mess? Why have you kept your shoes here? I have kept my shoes here because I'm about to go for a job. Why have you kept your school bag here? The students, I need that too, as I'm doing my homework. Mother, make sure you put the bag in the right place when you leave the room. I shall set it later. I'm going for jogging now. I'm getting late now. Then don't worry. I will arrange all the things, or we can say, I will clean your room. Then son replied, please don't touch anything. Otherwise, I will not be able to find my things. Here are some things which you should know while doing narrations. First one, students, subject and object. The students tense. The students, what's about? First person means I, my, me, we, are, us. We should know all these. The students, first person. For example, I, my, me, we, are, us. Okay, it will be changed according to the subject of reporting verb. The students, second person, you. It will be changed according to the object of reporting verb, and third person will know change. Remember कि third person को हमें change नहीं करना, like he, she, it, they, their, them, etc. Okay, students. Now, students, here it's a chart of first person, second person, and third person. First person, I, we, me, us, my, mine, our, us. Then second person, you, yours, you, and third person, students, he, she, it, they, their, them. These all are included as third person. Now, students, here are some steps which we should remember. Okay, like students, चेंज ऑफ रिपोर्टिंग वर्ब कि हमें बेटा रिपोर्टिंग वर्ब को चेंज करना है. सेड टू है तो हमें इसको टॉल्ड में कन्वर्ट करना है. इफ़ इट्स इंटरोगेटिव सेंटेंस देन स्टूडेंट सेड टू इज चेंजिंग टू आवर्स. देन स्टूडेंट रिप्लेस कॉमर्स विद दैट. आपको इन्वर्टेड कॉमर्स को रिमूव करना है. इफ़ इट्स सिंपल सेंटेंस स्टूडेंट्स देन राइट डाउन दैट देयर. एंड स्टूडेंट्स इफ इट्स इंटरोगेटिव सेंटेंस देन स्टूडेंट्स राइट डाउन इफ और whether, or it's interrogative sentence and starts with WH family word, then students write down same word. then students change of pronoun, आपको pronouns को change करना है. change of tense, बेटा अगर आपकी reporting verb past tense में तो बेटा आपको tense को change करना है. but students if your reporting verb is in present tense और future tense और we can say universal truth है उसमें बेटा कोई भी, तो बेटा आपको reported speech का tense change नहीं करना है. ओके, रिमेंबर ऑल दीज पॉइंट्स वाइल डूइंग नरेशन. I hope students that all of you have understood it well. Now students, complete chapter number 8 reported speech in your practice book and revise all the rules of narrations. Okay students, that's all for today beta. Thanks and have a nice day.